Welcome to our Spoken English and Smart Classes. Learn English swiftly. You are watching ESCSC podcast with our global educators and our shining Edutainment stars. So, here I am, Dr. Madhvi.
I am Nandini.
I'm Swati.
I'm Arpina.
And I'm Herdiana.
And today's program will be finding out the art of storytelling. The art of storytelling. We are going to start with this. I'm not going to describe right now, but yeah, we'll just start with a little poem or a song, a complete story song or a poem, we could say, which will start with our little jam, a genius junior. So over to you, Nandini.
Once was ship that took to sea. The name of ship was Period. The winds broke up, had bow deep down. Oh, blow my body was blown. Soon may the wellman come to bring us sugar and to tea and rum. One day when the tongue is done, we will recover living drop.
That's so amazing. So cool, Nandini. Now, here, when it comes to storytelling, it's a timeless and powerful means of communication that has been used by humans for centuries. So, now in today's podcast session, we are just going to talk about this. So, before describing it more, I'll just give it over to our Hajiana ma'am. She is going to initiate with this. Over to you, respected ma'am.
Okay, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to our Western speakers, entertainment stars, and distinguished participants who are across the globe watching us right now. Today, our topic is really special, which is very close to the children all over the world, which is the art of storytelling. So, storytelling is an ancient tradition. We know that it has been passed down through a generation, connecting individuals across time and space, and it's such a magical thread that weaves together the fabric of our collective human experience. So, from the ancient tales of heroes and gods to the modern day novels, movies, and even podcasts like this one, storytelling captivates us and allow us to explore the depth of our imagination. So, some of you might agree with me, right? What makes storytelling is so powerful? I think it's the ability to transport us to different worlds because it makes us feel deeply and to provoke thoughts that resonate with our own lives. So stories have the remarkable capacity to transcend barriers, whether they be cultural, linguistic, or geographical. Because through the stories, we can step into the shoes of others, fostering empathy and understanding. So, as it course, storytelling is really, really powerful and it's about connection, right? Because it can connect us with, yeah, something that sometimes we might have never felt before. So, it unites storytellers and listeners and creating shared experience that transcend individual perspective. Because the true stories, we find a common ground, discover universal truth, and celebrate our diversity. So they remind us of our humanity, our struggles, and our triumphs. Then they can help us make sense of the world and our place in it. But storytelling is not just about an entertainment or escapism, because it's a powerful tool for change as well. For example, like throughout his stories, stories have ignited revolutions, challenged societal norms, and even inspired movement for justice. So they have the power to shape our beliefs, influence our action, and build bridges of understanding, right? And yeah, storytelling has the capacity to power, educate, and inspire positive change in our world. And as listeners as well, we have the privilege of being active participants in the storytelling process. So we bring our own unique perspective, interpretation, and emotion to the narrative we encounter. For example, I'm sitting right now here in our podcast. You are sitting in your own home, a comfortable place at home, for example. If I tell a story which all the listeners will be listen, we might have different perspectives because we have different experience, we have different interpretation. So each story becomes a personal experience, like resonating with us in different ways. So by engaging with stories, we expand our horizons, broaden our perspective, and deepen our understanding of the world around us. Especially in this digital age, storytelling has found new norms of expression. Like for example, right now, podcasts like the one you are listening to right now have become a vibrant medium for storytelling. They give voice to diverse narratives, like allowing storytellers to reach a global audience with their tales. The intimacy of audio creates a really unique connection between the storyteller and the listener. Like our amazing little entertainment starts in the beginning. She starts with really amazing things. So it can also fostering a sense of closeness and authenticity. So with all of you who are watching with us right now, let us embrace the art of storytelling. Let us celebrate its power to entertain, to educate, and to inspire as we listen to stories. Let us open our hearts and minds and allowing ourselves to be transported to new realms and to connect with our shared humanity. Because through storytelling, we can weave threads of our lives and rich tapestry of imagination, empathy, and understanding. Thank you for listening.
Absolutely, ma'am. The art of storytelling requires a skillful blend and creativity, like for a craftsmanship and understanding of narrative structures. So let's listen to Swati, ma'am. What is in her knowledge box?
Sure. Thank you. First of all, thank you, ma'am, for giving this opportunity, and greetings to everyone who are in this platform. I'm so glad to being a part of this wonderful session, art of storytelling. Actually, my belief, our lives filled with full of stories with great and amazing, wonderful messages. If you want to share them to others, you and listeners, audience, whatever it call, we have to engage them. When I was in childhood, my grandfather told me stories, so I became a good person now. Because he told me stories with good messages. It make me a good person. So we can make a person's and to the world with a good message, with a good persons, like our stories. So but when you are going to tell story in front of others, you must should remember some points. So you should start you should mention and start with good points and as well as end. If you are talking about on animals, and if you want to give a good messages about animals, so how to start? Animals have heart that feel, eyes that see, and families to care for, just like you and me. You must start with these points. So you maybe start with other points also, so you can connect with the audience and listeners. So after that you can add any you cannot experiment on that animals, those are also families like that. So you must connect with the people. Yeah, she's going to tell something important, so if we want to listen that story, so they can change some, they can also change with our stories. So as Madhavi ma'am told before, it is a good communication platform. So we can communicate with people and we can give a good message to the people. So that is my perception, ma'am.
Absolutely, ma'am. It is one of the key element and to effective storytelling, authenticity. I think that these authentic stories resonate people because to tap into genuine emotion experience, and fairy tales are always connected to our kids. Like I believe Nandini, you enjoy fairy tales, isn't it? Do you enjoy fairy tales? Yeah. All right. So let's listen to our shining star Arvina. What is
My
in
kids
her
also ask
knowledge box
every day
about
to tell the stories. Mommy,
storytelling?
can you please tell me the story, bedtime story, bedtime story? I prepare before going to the bed. Actually, which story is best for them with a good message. So I prepare every day to tell a story.
Yeah, that's really crucial, and that's really resonated. And it story is an example of the life, so it gives connectivity. Yes, my shining star, Arvina. Yeah, please.
So,
Over to
the
you.
art of storytelling is an ancient and essential part of human culture. Throughout history, stories have been used to pass down knowledge, morals, and tradition from one generation to the next. Storytelling takes many forms, from the traditional oral tales of the past to modern novels, movies, and even social media posts. What unites all these forms is the power of narrative to convey information and evoke emotion. But also, storytelling has some advantages. For example, storytelling is inclusive. Storytelling honors communication skills. Storytelling improves your active imagination. Storytelling enhances the expressive nature of the speaker, and storytelling also teach you new words. So storytelling takes good history have many elements that work together to create a compelling and memorable experience for the reader, or maybe for the listener who listen to the story. These elements include character development, plot setting, themes, and tone as well. Thank you.
Exactly, Arvina. And storytelling has a transformative power to change and it promotes empathy, I believe. So, would you like to add up more or more of your perception, Haryana ma'am, about storytelling fundamental? If you want to add up something more, please go ahead.
Yeah. For example, the characters in the story are the people or creature who are involved in the action. They are the ones who drive the plot forward with their decision and action. Well-development character will have a unique personality, motivation, and flows that make them relevant and interesting to the audience too.
Great. So, any last connections, any last point which you all want to add? Yes, Adriana ma'am, over to you.
Okay,
Something else
I
would you
think
like to add? We would love to hear.
okay for storyteller or
Yes.
when we want to telling a story, we also have to pay attention about the audience. We need to look at the first place who is the person who is going to listen us, because when we don't see the right audience, maybe for example if you tell a historical story to a 5 years old or maybe 6 years old child, and then they might get confused, or maybe they don't really get connect that deeper compared to if you tell the story itself to the maybe teenager or at least 10 years old. So it's really important for us to always know who is our audience. Even if you want to practice your storytelling skill, I think we also need to pay attention to certain thing like this. Know the audience is such a great place to bring us more encouragement, because if you bring the different excitement with your listener, it might also sometimes make you feel a little bit not excited as much as if you bring it to the right audience. I think that's it.
Wow. Seriously, it was so awesome, and I believe that we still, the comments are continuing. Today, we have seen many of the wonderful comments with amazing audience in My Shining Stars. Here, Kajal Juria comes with storytelling also creates a powerful connection between the speaker. That's so true. Here we can see Garima. She has written here. Yes, stories connects everyone despite their culture or religion or race, face, and red heart shape. That's great. And here, I don't know, BT's army. What I think she's Anushka. Yeah, she's one of my shining stars who's so fond of BTS. So I could connect here. So she's written. I think it will be supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Chitrangi Gupta, ma'am is writing. It's amazing. I can't wait because I love this podcast. Okay, thank you so much to all of you here, my shining stars and our audience who has given up this amazing, connection to us. Now, when it comes to the art of storytelling, I believe that I should speak some story to you, a short story. So let's try how it works. Nandini, you should listen carefully, okay? This is especially for you. All right, so how it works? The old man sat alone in the park on the bench, okay? His eyes fixed on his distinct horizon. Wrinkles etched his face. Okay. So when I tell my students stories, so I just try with an action so they can understand it more. Each line of wrinkles telling a story and a story of a life well lived. As the sun set, casting in a golden glow across the sky, he whispered to himself, memories are the stars that guide us through the night. So I thought this is one of the very short story, but this story is told in a very long term by an author. That old man, about an old man and its wrinkle, how beautifully his entire life, uh, she has read it from his scars and wrinkles, that how, how much experience he was. And then he came up through these amazing idioms that memories are the stars that guide us through the night. So the concise story captures a moment in life of an old man, conveying a sense of reflection and wisdom. It invites the reader to contemplate the significance of memories, of the guidance they provide in navigating life's journey. So I believe that one fine day we will have an amazing life story, and we are going to tell about the story. And still, we are telling to each and every one that whatever this journey is going on. So for me and Swati ma'am and Hajiana ma'am, absolutely, we'll be having many stories, because as we are getting older, we are creating and learning a life. But Arbina and Nandini are still in this initial journey. So we all have an amazing life story. And from this podcast today, I want to say, just think whatever experience and whatever life experience you are living today, think each thing each thing is getting written in the book, and your story should be one of the beautiful story. So one day when somebody will listen to it, read to it, they should get inspired and just say that I want to be like her or him. And that's the moment. That's the end of our first podcast. And that's the end of our program, which I'd never like it so much. But yeah, surely we are going to come up once again. And don't forget to join for more useful sentences, phrases, especially knowledge, personality enhancement, and idioms. Learn English swiftly.
For the last 10 years, TEDx speaker Dr. Madhvi Borsi Singh Insa has been educating students. In the contemporary era, children used to entertain themselves with movie songs, but students under her are interested in learning, singing, and rapping educational songs. She has presented education in the best form, where anyone can do their studies happily without any stress. Her method of teaching is effective. According to the outcome